Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Wired for Success podcast, episode 3. Each of these podcasts will feature one of our phenomenal instructors from the Learning Alliance Corporation, the top telecommunications school in the nation. Today's featured guest will be Mr. Dakota, one of our best instructors in the telecommunications field. He is currently our tower instructor. Let's meet him. Where did he go? Oh, hey, Dakota.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
So, Dakota, how long have you been here?
I've been here probably going on about a year and a quarter, not including my student as a year.
Right, you were instructor. First, took a couple of the courses. What course did you take?
Well, I actually ran through all of them except BIS. BIS was added after I graduated. I enjoyed every single one of them. All the instructors that I went through were very knowledgeable, professional, and they were willing to help me out every time I was confused. I'd probably say, though, my favorite, definitely BDI. The instructors in there and the fact that it's a physical activity class was amazing. Fiber and wireless is great, but I'm a pretty hyperactive person, yeah.
Yeah, you're on the kind of thing where, like, I want to be doing something. I don't want to sit here and listen to all this kind of thing. It's already information to take in. But when you have that chance and that kind of fun stuff, go out there and put your hands on the steel and start climbing around, and you get that camaraderie back because you were a Marine, right?
Yes. I was actually military, and it's pretty cool because a lot of the students we have coming in here that we instruct were actually former military or just getting out military. So I can actually be part of the transition period from military to civilian. And as a more anecdotal is when I was going through that period, it was very difficult for me, especially trying to figure out how I'm supposed to talk, how I'm supposed to act, I guess you would say, business politics of work. That wasn't something I was used to since I was in the military since I was 18 years old.
And most people have that firm structure from when they were a kid going forward. Now, I always kind of say, when you're still lower enlisted in the military, you're still kind of treated like a kid, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You don't have those crazy responsibilities. You win your bears from do that kind of stuff, but then it's all of a sudden you're out and you're like, no one's telling me what to do. What do I do?
Yeah, it's like almost that feeling when you have so many options that the overabundance almost stalls you and paralyzes you.
You're really not sure what route to take. What do I want to pick next? What is my goal here? I'll say when I got out, it was really weird for me. Because 8 years later, I was like, okay, cool. They kicked me out. Not kicked me out. That's the wrong term. Like, I meant if I retired.
Hold on now. That's going to be a clip.
Right? Don't clip that. But I went to car sales.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of guys do. I'm not 100% sure why. I think some you can probably just get your feet wet for a bit. And do
maybe, because it's like, I feel like it's because when you're at a certain level in the military, you have to always project confidence. You always have to project like you know what you're doing. And whether you're in a leadership, you have to be able to have that charisma to get people to listen to you and do stuff. And I suppose that has a lot of transition to a salesperson.
It would.
To get them to buy cars and everything. Personally, even being an instructor, relatively new to me to speak in front of people. That was one of my struggles, was that being able to just be like, gotta go give a lecture for the first time.
I know, and I have to be the subject matter expert. I know all this stuff. How many people can I talk in front of?
Yeah.
Right, being the confidence for there. I think I got kind of thrown into the fire with that. I think I was here for a couple months, and our first class was 98 people.
Yeah, that's rough.
That changes some things a lot real quick, because it's just me. This is what all you guys get, and I got to talk about it. Been a little simpler lately, having a couple of smaller class sizes. We had kind of changed our thing. Coming up on the 9-person classes total, it's going to be pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's that great classroom control, and you really get to know you get to make that big effect on people, probably one-on-one.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm hoping that it encourages is having students be more willing to ask questions and come up to you, because one of the things I've noticed through multiple classes is that sometimes people are a little bit too hesitant to ask certain questions, whether it's because they don't want to feel like they're silly or dumb or they're not paying attention.
A little bit lack of confidence. Yeah, because of the same thing. You don't know the thing, you just don't know the thing, and that's okay.
That's all it is.
Well, we're a school. You're here to learn some things. Mm-hmm. I always tell everybody, if you learn something new every day, it's a good day.
It is indeed.
So we can get into Dakota's always been one of our top most enthusiastic people. He does great with the students. He always keeps them motivated and moving, which is great. But I like to go with some of the best instructors come from the Northeast.
I think so too. I think it's the natural, because like, you know, we got the mass holes up there.
Right.
We got mass holes. We got the general displeasantry of like spending winter for half the year. So we're always really kind of frustrated and know how to deal with it, because we still got to go to work and everything.
Right.
So when we come down here and you deal with people with very mixed personalities, New England tends to be a very mixed population. So you have a little bit more of a handle on dealing with varying emotions. But one of the things that really helped me whenever I'm instructing, one of the ethos I use, is I always treat people with respect and dignity, always. And whenever you give that out, especially to students or something who are actually looking for you for answers and advice and leadership, it tells them that they're not just a number, that they actually matter, and that like when they need help, I pay attention to them, and like I acknowledge that they do that. And I tend to get a lot of good feedback and responses from that, whether it's from the learning part or just the fact that like even someone coming out of the military, the transition, they're still into that fight or flight mode where it's like high anxiety, I need to be on all the time, where it's now this might be the first time they have an instructor outside the military that isn't just, you're going to do what I say, you're going to hit your time hack, you're not going to mess up, you're not allowed to mess up because you're a military member. It's going to be someone who's like, hey man, take a step back, breathe, let's figure this out together so we can be better. And it's like someone who can help lift them up to actually get them to that higher career outside of the military.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's always good. So of course, not many people know these kind of things. A big reason what attracted me to Dakota for the hiring thing.
Pause.
That sounds kind of weird, but a big reason I wanted Dakota here, it was his charisma, his enthusiasm for things. It did help. You're from New Hampshire, the state I was born in. I think it might be like most people do think you're my kid.
Hey, similar appearances.
Similar but different, right? That's kind of the things we always go on. But it is always nice to have someone that kind of understands home.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really cool thing. I know you brought your dad and your brother down once, and the same kind of thing.
Yeah,
home.
that was really fun.
But for you, things were a little different because you born and raised up there, grew up there for a while. Was it Washington then the military, or military then Washington?
So I joined the military right out of high school. There was only a brief, maybe half a year, 6 months or so from graduation to military. During that time, I was just a roofer. So,
what did you have, right? It's
pretty bottom of the barrel.
I think I was a security guard.
Yeah, you had to start somewhere.
For a little bit. It was like 2008. I was making like $13 an hour.
Oh, yeah.
As a kid with no bills, you think that's great.
Tell you what, first thing, I remember opening up that paycheck for the first time and seeing those taxes.
Yeah. Ooh. Passing stories from that. I remember I had, when I was working in the field, I had a young kid. Fresh out of high school, first real job.
Yep.
He worked at Dunkin' Donuts prior. Not saying it's not a real job, but the blue collar stuff.
Service industry, you gotta love it.
And we worked, people like 65 hours that week. Like, you know, it was during the summer. I had a lot of time.
Oh, that's a lot.
And he's in his head doing his math. Can I make this much per hour? It should be this much. And thinking what his check's supposed to be. And I loved it because I'm sitting to him in. You happy? You do good? He opened his check. Goes, what is this? What is that?
Boss to me.
And I was like, well, welcome to adulthood. Oh, that's Uncle Sam's cut. And he will always take that.
He's getting his pound of flesh regardless.
Oh, yeah. So you got out and moved to Washington?
So when, after I joined in 2012. I got out in 2017. And then from there, I got out of the military back in North Carolina in Camp Lejeune. And I drove to Washington across the country to go live with one of my former squad mates. For a little bit to get back on my feet. And I spent about 6 or 7 years in Washington State. And then from there, I moved to Oregon, Hermiston, which is just on the border of Washington, like right near Tri-Cities. Spent about a year there. And then ended up going to school here.
Yep.
When I came to school here, that was, had to fly over from Florida and stuff. I tell you what, whenever we get that call of a recruiter, hey, do you want to go to this school? Is this a scam?
It never is. It's always something we dealt with. The website's legit. We do a lot of cool, fun things. But I get it. Smaller school, a growing company, and a growing industry. I think it mostly comes down to a lot of people don't understand that telecom is a great job for them.
Yeah.
Right? It's a niche market. Like it's a big market, but it's really a small market. Just mainly because people don't notice cell towers.
Yeah.
They don't notice all the stuff on their Wi-Fi to get, hey, my Call of Duty's not working. I don't understand why. All those kind of things. But then you get here, and it's always one of the questions I ask, especially in BDI. I ask everybody, hey guys, how many towers do you notice now?
A lot.
And then everyone's always like, oh, like all of them. We have this one here, and we drive past this one there. And
You want to look at them. You want to look at them.
correct.
You want to be like, Dad, I look on that.
A blinder to
Mm-hmm.
what keeps your tweets going.
Yep,
You know?
definitely.
So it's really kind of fun. But yeah, I think that is one of the things a lot of people just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That, hey, well, this is a booming career and something you can do for a long time. And it's so much fun and it's so much different.
Physically active too. That's all. I know a lot of people that come out of the military. They're very kinetic learners. They love being outside, and like it's almost torturous to be inside in a cubicle in an office space, working some service industry where you just, yes, how can I help you? I've done it before, and it's mind-bogglingly dull.
Right.
Like there's no stimulation. But like I hear it all the time from students. Let me go get physical. I'm a great physical learner. As soon as I get my hands on something, I can figure it out. And like that's a trend among military members coming out. And like that's, I feel like, why everybody gets drawn to BDI or being a telecommunication technician or a tower climber is because of the physicality of it and the challenge it brings.
Which is great for everybody. I know a lot of military guys, it's kind of cool, like the airborne guys, this and that, get into it real easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trust the gear, trust your harness.
Yeah.
I always pull it in because for part of your life, you trusted gear and a harness and a shoe that was packed by it.
Yep, as a writ.
Someone does the same thing by a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's always pretty good and easy for them to get into. Then, on the other note of that, it's never. Most of us don't like dealing with masses of people.
Yeah.
Dude, it's hard for a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
So we get that group of a 2-man crew, a 4-man crew. It's a really cool thing because you get that trust and that camaraderie back.
Yeah.
And knowing that, hey man, if something happens, he's got me. He's gonna come get me. He's got your 6, right?
Yep, definitely.
I think that's a great thing for most military members. So
I actually think that'd be a fantastic thing to throw up in like a poster around here. I got your 6 or something like that. It's just a pause there, I think.
CEO doesn't really does his graduation speech and stuff. He always talks about that because even once they leave here and the alumni, I still got you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you go out to a company, you're not always happy at the company or you want to have a different circumstance, you can always call back and use the placement team.
Yeah.
And I've always enjoyed that. I love getting those phone calls from alumni either. If there's success stories, hey man, of course I want to thank you guys for doing great out here. I have my crew truck, I have a grass card, I'm in charge.
Oh yeah, that's the best part.
Well, everyone loves that, right? Or just, hey man, this company's not working out. Can you please help me get replaced? And for the most part, yeah man, let's do this. Shoot me your resume again. Cool, do some updates. We'll kick it back out to where you're at and we'll see what we can do for you.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a great thing. But back to the North Carolina to Washington.
Oh yes.
Did you have the RV then?
No, I actually bought the RV. I live in an RV. So I ended up buying my RV in Washington after living there for about three or 4 years. The situation, I had an apartment and everything, so I was an adult. I was paying for it all myself. And during my time in Washington, I worked for the police force. I ended up working security jobs. I ended up working service industry jobs, delivery jobs, like very bounced around for a wide variety of different occupations.
Trying to figure out what fits.
Basically, that was like one of the biggest struggles since getting out. Is like I've never felt like it was home. I always felt like this is just a temporary thing, or this is just a stepping stone. And ironically, giving off what I said before about the school kind of come off as a scam, when I got the call, it was actually a really unique situation because at that time I didn't have I got fired from the job I was working at before. And I was out of work for like 3 months, and I was like at the last rungs of my savings and any type of money I had to pay any of my bills. And I was like, I remember I was sitting in the parking lot of my gym, because that's what I do when I'm like frustrated or anything. I'll just go hit the gym for hours. And I was trying to figure out what he's doing. And there was a Bento who called me, recruiter. He called me up, and I was like, that one of the reasons was like, this is too perfect of timing to imagine that like it would do, but it was great. That's what got me started to come here. And like my life, it turned around from like my headspace to my employment to my money flow, and even just like who I surround myself by. Because I was very, I guess, alone everywhere else. I didn't really have a huge social group or like friends that could boost me up or keep me up. But after moving here and starting working with everybody at LAC, like everybody here is such a great person, and they genuinely want the best for the students, which it flows in a way with your personality and their personality that's how they treat everybody. Like they genuinely care about people and like coming here, and it helps you. It helps boost you up, and it helped me, especially get in a better headspace mentally, financially, and pretty much all around. So I'm extremely grateful to be here.
Well, thank you. We love having you here. I think one of the things that comes off too as the scam part of things, it's almost too good to be true with a lot of things, right? Because there's not any schools out there that I know of, at least, that will, hey, I'll fly down here, right? I'll house you. I'll give you a nice place to feed you, right? And then I'll feed you 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
There's not schools out there that really do that. Everybody else is like, oh man, hey man, your flight's gonna be this. You figure that out. You need to be here this day. Find your hotel. This is the address to the training site. You have to get there. All those kind of things. So when I can offer somebody like that, especially because again, we talk about the transition. Not all vets are set up for success moving out.
Yeah.
Military tries, but it's also what you take from it. The Army has SFL tab.
Yeah.
Something we're getting into. And I really love being able to go up there and speak at some of those, which is great. It's that kind of that perfect mix. Hey man, I'll do this, and that. Only thing you're going to pay for is your training. Come down here, we'll take care of you for this long, and we'll do our best to place you. It is kind of tough. That's one of those things where really things like it's like when you get the Nigerian prince. Hey man, I'm doing these kind of things. Here's some rubies. You send me this, I'll send you that. You're like, oh, that's a great thing.
Fantastic. I'm helping out.
Right. So you get those phone calls. You're like, it's weird, but I love it. People get here. It's really fun. They love being here. It's always it's a nice feeling when someone goes, hey man, I was in that bad spot and you guys did change my life. You turned it around. We did all that kind of fun thing.
Definitely. One of the things I always appreciate is whenever the students that win BDI, usually they come to BDI first and then rotate through the other classes if they are taking them, is that I get to see the students who I was with through the other classes. I can be like, hey man, how's that job you're looking for coming? How's the family doing? I mean, I spend like 4 weeks with these students at a time. Yeah. And before that, it was 5 weeks before we switched. So like you tend to know the students. And like you become comfortable with them. You get like almost very camaraderie, what you're talking about, and I can check on them through the other classes and be like, oh, nice, good, you have a job coming out of here. That makes me happy because now I know you can succeed in a way, right. And that's like one of the greatest things. I love being able to give them something that they can take out into the world, regardless of if they do stay in telecom. I want them to. Because everybody, support our community. But I just want them to be successful out there. And if something I taught them or they gathered from LAC, regardless of what occupation it helped them, I think that's a win.
That's always the main goal, right? The successful life change of students, which is always, again, a great thing to hear from them because we don't do jobs, we do careers. We're here to change lives of the people that do show up. And I think it's so much fun for us because being vets ourselves, it's really great because we've experienced the same stuff and the same thing. I got that phone call years ago. It was Don at the time.
Way Don time. Stone wheels, the Stegosaurus.
It was funny. Our IDL was made of stone.
Yeah.
It was a little grippy. It was kind of tough.
We had twigs we up together.
I had a brontosaurus as a crane. All those kind of fun things.
Oh, yabba dabba doo.
So, you get the phone call and you're like, it's kind of crazy, but I sat in the same thing. I had done sales for that long. It started to affect me mentally. I was like, all right, cool, man, I'm not in the right space for this. I can't do this anymore. So I bounced around for a bit. I slept on some couches.
I feel that.
Right, did all that kind of stuff. And then I got the phone call. And the same kind of thing is like, that's okay, I'll give it a shot. I did. I missed my first class because I was still unsure. I had some stuff going on. So I didn't show first time. Don called me, hey, you're supposed to be here now. I was like, yeah, well, come down next, guys.
Performance anxieties.
It was Derek, 2 guys and a goat. Little shack in the back. It was kind of hard for that one because it was so small at the time. But I remember I drove here because I like having my car with me. They offered the flight, but I drove here. It was actually quite funny because I got partly out of New York and what broke on my car? I think one of my control arms snapped on my Subaru.
Oh my God.
I know, I drive Subarus.
Subaru.
There's up for their reliability, right? And I was invested in New York. I was like 2 hours into the trip and it snapped. I was like, oh boy, we'll be there in 2 days. Got that handled, got all the way down here. I got the hotel. We used to stay in a hotel down the street. It was quite nice. And I waited. Woke up the next morning and just a white van pulls up. Right. It was Derek, our current CEO. Derek was there. He goes, hey guys, I'm here from Learning Alliance. We're like, oh yeah? Get candy in there? We've really been down to this place. This how it's gonna work. All right, cool. It was really neat when we started. I know we have this bigger thing now. We have both suites. When I was just me and I think it was like 11 other vets at the time. It was really cool. It was just Suite A.
Yeah.
We had those two towers there. Cool on the wind side of things now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a really neat setup, but it wasn't what it was now. It was work, and we became successful on it, but that's kind of I like going to that class because it does kind of show the cornerstone of where we started, right? I get to be a part of that. And I've kind of been a part of it since, and it's really fun to know what we're growing into.
Yeah.
The new big campus in Plant City.
So excited about that.
Sure, our accreditation visit, which I believe went very well, so that'd be a great thing.
Yeah, that's pretty. I'm actually, I'm really excited about moving over to the new place. Hoping we get that gym in. I think it'll be cool.
There's some stuff it's just we think about student life and service.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey guys, here's this. Oh, please be careful. And then don't hurt yourself, right? You have class tomorrow. Don't hurt yourself.
Sign the waiver.
I think that'd be a really good thing for the student life because Plant City has a lot to offer, which is great.
Yeah.
Cool thing. So we're gonna do.
Bit safer too.
I think one of the fun things we're gonna do too. We're gonna have a couple, not exactly retention ponds, a couple ponds with fountains. They're only pretty, but we're gonna stock those ponds.
Oh, ponds and
Correct, right?
Oh,
Be a nice catch and release.
That'd be cool.
We can have some meetings out there.
That'd be cool. You do
fishing lines and see who's the best fisherman.
Put a little.
Not where you might, but that's fine.
Yeah. Every time I go fishing with him and catches something, I'm just sitting there on a line, just like, why?
I believe I'm the most unluckiest fisherman possible.
I'm not. I can't order decision.
I have friends that do shark fishing. I have friends that go deep sea fishing. I have a buddy that works on a charter boat, right?
Yeah. I think they're crabbing.
Crabbing seems kind of fun.
That seems fun.
Kind of cool. I want to go scalloping. Scalloping at the spring seems like really cool.
I don't even know what that is. What do you do?
I guess you kind of rustle them up a little bit, and then they start to flop.
Rustle them up? What does that mean?
Rustle them like you.
Oh,
I guess they're in the grass. I don't really know. I'm not from Florida. I'm a northerner. I'm sorry.
I'm the same
boat. Yankees fan, but a Yankee. But we're trying to figure that out. But no, every time they take me fishing, hey man, I'm on that side of the coast. Cool, let's go fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I'd love to. Cool, that's great. I catch nothing. Actually, that's not true. I think the one thing I caught in Florida,
seaweed.
A lot of seaweed.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of seaweed. I caught a spider crab once.
Oh, that's cool.
That was kind of neat.
That's pretty dope.
Every time I fish the ponds around here, I got like Boss Man, and his like third cast, he'll hook something, and I'm just out there practicing casting.
You're just working on your skill. You're throwing. Yeah.
I'll get there. I'll get to that thing. But for now, this. It's always kind of funny too. I kind of just go gator watching.
I feel that. You just turn into people watching. A lot of times when I go fishing, it turns into, okay, I'm gonna start drinking. I'm just gonna sit and drink because I'm not moving. Those things still sitting there.
Walk my bobber. Whatever. Crazy thing. So Florida's so different than what we grew up with.
Oh yeah, we're so
The
different.
amount of people, the cool stuff you can do, and all this and that. So again, I grew up on like snowmobiles, 4-wheelers up in the woods, right? I didn't grow up on the water. So the other day, my buddy comes in. We go out fishing with our other buddy, go shark fishing down in Dunedin. He goes, hey man, you've done it a couple times. It's time you paddle your own bait out. I was like, what do you mean? We're going to hook this bloody fish head into the kayak with no sea. You're going to paddle out 100, 150 yards, drop it, and paddle back.
Oh, nice. Good.
I was like, man, it's like 11 o'clock at night.
You can't see nothing. Oh, God. The sea
For
monster.
some reason, I can swim very well, but not scared of much. But I know I'm fishing for shark,
Yep.
so I know they're out here,
Yep.
which they are pretty much every time people go to
That's
the
good.
ocean, they're sharks,
Yeah.
right? And
Can't see them coming.
they're trying to get their light out there like it's going to help me in the middle of the black water.
I don't
All
know.
that kind of stuff. They're yelling at me to go this way and that way. It's nerve-wracking because now I'm going to drop this bloody piece of fish.
I have this weird thing with the ocean. Like, same thing. New England, we're pretty much, New Hampshire's landlocked. So there's no real ocean to go to. I mean, I swam in rivers, I swam in lakes and everything like that. Those are much different.
You know, as kids, you still have that fear because I watched the movie.
The leeches.
a lot.
The leeches. Lake Placid, oh my God. Lake Placid was the scariest thing at the time because I had a pond just like
there, right?
It's exactly the same. We just don't have alligators.
Right.
It's just make believe that you think they were. Here, it's totally different. It will be Lake Placid.
There are gators out there. It's that irrational fear up there, like you have sharks in the big pool.
Yep. Yeah. Oh my God. Sharks in the water.
Cool, right? There's always sharks in the water.
Always.
Now we move somewhere where it's true.
Yeah, and now it's worse because like whenever I get into deep water, like the ocean stuff, there's always that fear to me because I can't see the bottom. I've always been able to touch, see, or at least know how deep a lake is or a river. When it comes to oceans, I'm just like, well, I look down, and after this little dark murky, there's just boogeyman.
Yeah.
Nothing's under there.
Because you're no longer, you're not the alpha. You're not top of the alley when you walk into the ocean. You're like, listen, there's a lot out here that can hurt me.
You want
I like you too much. You know,
get a bait.
you go from the big dog on land to like, well, this might go bad.
That's your survival instinct screaming at you like, you don't belong here. Go home.
Here's stuff I've done. It's kind of funny because again, not petrified of the ocean, a little scared of the ocean, right?
It's kind of
A
scary.
little fear is good though.
Respect.
It's the in tower. You gotta respect it, right? Respect what you do. We were out there. I think we were throwing the football, and a school of manatees came by.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It was really neat, but when you don't really know what's going on, and then like 10 yards behind you, you hear something because they come up, they breathe out, down.
And it's just like a 2-ton thing.
It scares you a lot, and all of a sudden there's 3 in the water. You see these shadows. You're like, I'm out right now.
You didn't like the mermaids of the sea? Those are the original mermaids.
You know that now.
Like Foresight 2020.
But I always love that. It's really cool to go out and see what's different here. And I never really thought, like, I know I did the military thing, which is really cool because I left home. I went to Europe. I was in Italy. I've been to Afghanistan. I've done all those kind of cool things. But I always thought I'd end up back home.
Yeah.
But you always kind of think that. And I love this place for that because it's made at home. It's a really cool kind of thing now because, like, Florida's hot.
It's so.
I understand that. Like, the last couple months has been a little rough.
Oh my God, melting.
Right.
Every day.
But we get into, like, October to February.
Yeah.
There's no better place to live. I know.
Beautiful.
I know some of the guys here get a little upset because they are from here. So when they wake up and it's like 45 degrees.
They get defensive around.
They get about 10. They're cold. They're shivering. I'm like, I'm the happiest person possible. This is fantastic. I mean, when I get to wear a hoodie or a jacket.
I like a nice, if you get me 60 degrees, about 60, I'll give you 55 to 75. That is perfect weather for
I've
me.
been somewhere that was like that year round. Like
It's for me, as soon as you go above like 75, 80, and maybe it's because we're New Englanders, I sweat. I sweat like crazy. My body runs hot.
Yeah.
Always. I think it's because we're so used to working in the snow. Like in the snow, I can wear a very almost spring sweater, and I'll be shoveling snow, and I'll be like, I'm good, I'm comfortable.
I was that kid in high school wearing a hoodie and shorts.
Always,
Like,
that's a magic shoes. It's thin.
That's a up north thing. It's a little weird. But the caveat of that, you get here, and you see the kids in the middle of summer wearing a hoodie and shorts. And it's 115 degrees out.
Oh yeah.
How are you not?
Some of the students come in with heavy, like cohort type, like sweaters, and it's like, what?
He's climbing around in a hoodie and stuff like that, sweating. I was like, "You gonna be okay?"
Yeah.
If you heat cat right now,
Oh man,
your fault.
I feel like a mother hen sometimes because I'm like, "Where's your water? Where's your water? You better drink this. I want to see half of this gone."
Yeah, forced hydration.
For hydration is continuing. Maybe you did. One of the things that was like a big shock to me, especially being that I've been across the country a few times, East Coast where I was living before military, West Coast after the military, and then in Florida now. The biggest culture shock to me is like the amount of people compared to like New England to like going to places from Florida, even now, because before, from what I hear from all the natives here, is that 10 years ago, Florida was just wild, wild west, you know? There was an alligator walking across the dirt.
There are deer everywhere, most of it's woods in the back.
And now it's a raging metropolis in 10 years.
So many people.
Traffic was ridiculous.
Like, my hometown had one traffic light.
Oh, yeah.
Just the one top of the hill.
We had stop signs. We didn't have traffic lights. I think, where I was from up in New Hampshire, it was a village. It's called the Gilson Village. It's not exactly a town.
It's a Nashua. You're closer to Nashua?
Keene,
right?
Yeah,
Keene. Because my dad's in Newport and we're pretty close to each other, which is kind of weird because I think if life had just turned out just a little different,
yeah,
we would have played football against each other or something.
It's kind of funny because like saying that like differences is like before I had this job, like when you actually offered me the position here, I was actually deciding whether it was coming here and staying here or going back home for another job.
Right. I know we talked about that. I was like, hey man, listen, let's talk about it. Let's be kind of cool, see where you sit. But I'll give you an answer before that because you had already talked to the guys in Claremont about, I'll come up there. Really happy you chose this one.
You even remember the town? I didn't even remember the
town. So it's easy on now. I think some of my family still lives in Claremont. So it's always funny. I just always laugh because I'm always like, Claremont.
You
gotta say it.
Claremont. You have to throw an accent on it.
You gotta put the accent. It has to make any sense.
Sometimes I like to just mess with people and give my accent just a little bit more. I used to do it all the time in the military. I'd say, son,
Yeah.
Sergeant. And being a Marine, we don't say sergeant, it's sergeant. You have to pronounce the word. It's not sergeant, it's nothing like that. It's army stuff. But like, so I'd always mess with him, like, yes, sergeant, and be like, what'd you call me? Sergeant. It's just the accent.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah, it's just how I talk.
Always a good time. Well, I do thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you. Pleasure being here.
I think it's about time for the students to show up, so we're going to get ready going for work. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us on the Wired for Success podcast, episode 3 with Mr. Dakota Poss.
Thank you.
Our next episode will be out soon. We'll probably do a fiber instructor then. I think we'll get you into the depths of that. But for now, look out for other content. Stay 100.